Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, please do me a favor, click the like button, leave your comments in the section below and subscribe to the channel. So, I had a look at the undercard for Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn, and to my surprise, I see Anthony Yarde versus Lyndon Arthur 3. So I'm thinking to myself, why are we seeing this fight again? Anthony Yarde's career has been a frustrating one, and I'm making this video because as someone that really likes Anthony Yarde, I just feel like he's not doing enough in his career. It's been a lot of start, stop, it's been a lot of taking good fights and then going all the way down to fight people that we don't know about and then going up again. He's been really inconsistent, right? When he fought Kovalev in Russia and put up a good performance, yes, he lost, but he put up a very, very good performance and his stock rose in that fight. I thought to myself, yes, this is it. Anthony Yarde is going to, fight good fights. He's going to stay consistent and he's going to build a fantastic legacy for himself. Because to be honest with you, Anthony Yarde is an exciting fighter, right? He's a very good fighter. He's got stamina and he can get stuck in. He's got heart. And that is what you want to see in a fighter. And I think Anthony Yarde has all the attributes to go all the way up, to be great. But I think the inability to stay consistent is what is hurting Anthony Yarde's career. And so fighting Lyndon Arthur again, he's going to gain nothing from this. I don't think anyone's going to give Anthony Yarde credit for beating Lyndon Arthur again. Because the first fight between Anthony Yarde and Lyndon Arthur was no controversy. Lyndon Arthur won that fight convincingly. The second fight, Anthony Yarde then won that fight convincingly. So there's no controversy. I've not heard anyone asking for Anthony Yarde to fight Lyndon Arthur again. The Boatsy fight was on the table. There was back and forth between Anthony Yarde and Joshua Boatsy, and that fight should have been made because Joshua Boatsy was saying that he was ready. Anthony Yarde should have been ready. But no, Anthony Yarde is fighting Lyndon Arthur and Joshua Boatsy is fighting Colin Smith to be able to fight for the world title against either Beterbiev or Bivol. This is insane. Anthony Yarde has not featured on any of the Riyadh season cards. This is a card, or this is what Turki Al-Sheikh is doing, where all fighters are getting the opportunity to fight against the best. Anthony Yarde is not on those cards. Why is Anthony Yarde not on the Riyadh season card? And I'm saying this because as someone that really likes him and pays to watch his fights and enjoy his fights when he's fighting top level opposition, he is disappointing me and it's frustrating to see. Because, as I said, he gets no credit for beating Lyndon Arthur. It's insane. He's right now having a dispute with Frank Warren about, how many fights he's got there and whatnot. That is something that always slows a fighter down when there's dispute through court, regarding contracts and so forth. But Anthony Yarde should be able to take the Boatsy fight with no objections or with no issues around it because Boatsy was ready. We saw it. We saw the tweets go back and forth with both camps, right? The likes of Craig Richard is also there, a fighter that Anthony Yarde could fight. But Anthony Yarde is fighting Lyndon Arthur again for the third time, a fight that nobody called for. And I've seen the comments, I've seen a lot of people react to this, and a lot of people are calling this a joke. A lot of people are frustrated because people actually know what Anthony Yarde can do. And people know that Anthony Yarde's career, in my opinion, is, resembling the career of Chris Eubank Jr., where it's very inconsistent. If you look at Anthony Yarde's box rec and you look at his resume, it's fighting a good fighter, then goes all the way down to fight a fighter that nobody knows about, then fights a good fighter, then go all the way down to fight a fighter nobody knows about. Very inconsistent. And inconsistency in boxing sometimes will catch up to you. I'm picking Anthony Yarde to win this Lyndon Arthur fight. But because he's been so inconsistent, Lyndon Arthur has been very consistent. He's won his last 5 fights after, losing to Anthony Yarde. So he could come into this, although I think Anthony Yarde is the better, fighter, and Lyndon Arthur is the better boxer. I think Anthony Yarde beats Lyndon Arthur, but because of inconsistency and not being able to be active for a long period of time could be something that, hurt Anthony Yarde in this fight. So look, I'm just going to talk about it because I feel like I needed to let this one out. I don't think I'm the only one because, it has to be said. Anthony Yarde is just wasting his time fighting Lyndon Arthur for the 3rd time that nobody wants to see. The Boatsy fight was the fight to make. We want to see it. It's a massive fight in the UK. Anthony Yarde versus Joshua Boatsy, or Joshua Boatsy versus Anthony Yarde at the O2. It is an incredible, massive fight. And we will all be at the O2 to watch that fight because we want to see it. But instead, Yarde is fighting Arthur and Boatsy is fighting Callum Smith. And you can understand from Joshua Boatsy's point of view because this is the eliminator for the world champion. So, all props to Boatsy for wanting the world championship. But Yarde should have been calling Boatsy and should have made that fight happen because that's what we want to see. But you guys get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Anthony Yarde fighting Lyndon Arthur. Are you on like me saying, look, it's a fight, I don't care? Or are you like me saying Anthony Yarde is wasting his time? He's been inconsistent for so long. And, it is not good because the Boatsy fight was there and he should have taken that. Do you have a different opinion to me? Get in the comment section. Let me know. As always, guys, I do appreciate your support. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. And I'll see you guys on the next one.